Hello guys! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. And for today's video, ituturo namin sa inyo kung paano kayo makakakuha ng DTI Business Permit online. Ang DTI Business Permit guys is nire-require dito sa Pilipinas para ma-register natin yung mga business name natin as sole proprietorship. And meron tayong two ways kung paano tayo makaka-secure ng DTI Business Permit. Yung una ay pupunta tayo sa nearest DTI branch, and yung pangalawa is ipaprocess natin siya online. And ano nga ba yung importansya ng pagpaprocess ng DTI Business Permit online? Unang-una na dyan guys is hindi siya time-consuming since hindi na kayo pupunta sa nearest branch para pumila and i-process yung papers ninyo. Kasi online, lahat na ng transaction. Yung pag-fill out ng information, payment, and printing of certificate. At ngayon, i-guide ko kayo sa step-by-step process kung paano kayo makakakuha ng DTI Business Permit online. So, ang una guys is mag-open kayo ng kahit anong browser. So, if gumagamit kayo ng Android, pwede kayong mag-Google Chrome. If ever iPhone user naman kayo, pwede rin naman sa Safari. So, once na-open nyo na yung browser, sa URL guys, i-type nyo yung bnrs.dti.gov.ph. Kapag na-open nyo na yung website guys, may mag-a-appear na pop-up. So, i-cross out nyo lang siya para maalis siya sa screen. And after nyan, hanapin nyo yung hamburger button sa upper right portion ng screen. So, i-click nyo lang siya guys and mag-a-appear doon yung home, about BNRS, business name services, FAQs, news, contact us, and resources. So, i-click nyo lang doon yung business name services. So, sa drop-down ng business name services, makikita nyo yung search, new registration, renewal, cancellation, request certification, and transaction history. So, if ever for renewal naman yung ipaprocess nyo guys, so proceed lang kayo dun sa renewal. Pero, kung ito yung first time nyo na kukuha ng DTI Business Permit, so i-click nyo lang yung new registration. So, after nyo i-click yung new registration, may mag-a-appear doon na terms and conditions. So, make sure guys na nabasa nyo lahat yung nasa terms and condition. After nyong mabasa, may option doon if I decline or I agree. So, if nag-agree kayo doon sa terms and condition, click nyo lang yung I agree guys. And magpo-proceed na tayo sa business name registration. Sa business name registration guys, kailangan natin yung owner's information or personal information nung may-ari nung negosyo. Sa owner's information guys, meron dong two questions. Yung first one is yung are you a stateless person, and yung next is are you a refugee person. So itong question na to guys, applicable lang siya sa mga foreigners. So if Filipino citizen kayo, just click on no. After nyan, proceed na tayo sa pag-fill out ng mga required information. So, yung first one is yung citizenship. So, for example, ako or kami, Filipino citizen kami. And then, first name of nung owner. So, lagay lang natin yung first name ni owner. And then, middle name, ilalagay din natin yung middle name. And if ever wala kayong middle name, guys, i-tick nyo lang yung box dun sa portion kung saan nyo itatype sana yung middle name ninyo para hindi na siya i-require once isasubmit na natin yung information. And next is yung last name. So, ilalagay lang din natin yung last name nung owner. And after nyan, nung last name, meron din dong option to type in yung suffix. So, if ever yung name nyo is merong junior, senior, the third, etc. So, kung meron, ilagay nyo lang din. If wala naman, i-leave nyo lang siya as NA. And after nun, yung date of birth. So, ilalagay natin yung date of birth ng owner. Yung civil status, if ever single, married. So, ilagay nyo lang din doon. And gender, if male or female. And ilalagay din natin yung email address. And sa email address, guys, please make sure to put a valid email address kasi magsisend si DTI ng verification email. After ma-fill out lahat ng information, guys, just click on next. After nyong maklik yung next guys, may mag-appear doon na pop-up. So, confirmation of all the information na nilagay ninyo kanina. If i-verify nyo lang doon if tama ba yung mga information na nailagay ninyo para kung may corrections, may option pa kayo to update it. If okay na, na-check nyo na, may mag-send sa inyo ng verification email. So, i-check nyo lang siya doon and meron dong option to input verification code sa lower portion ng screen. I-copy nyo lang yung verification code tapos i-paste nyo lang siya dito sa box wherein nakalagay yung input verification code sa lower portion ng screen nyo. And once na-paste nyo na guys, click on verify. And after nyong maklik yung verify at tama yung verification code na nilagay nyo, may ma-receive kayo or may makikita rin kayo sa lower portion ng screen nyo na email address has been successfully verified. So after nyan, just click on proceed. After nyong maklik yung proceed guys, may mag-a-appear doon na security check. So i-check nyo lang yung I am not a robot. And kung meron din dong option na mag-type in kayo ng CAPTCHA, i-type in nyo lang din yung CAPTCHA dun guys. And after natin ma-type in yung CAPTCHA and ma-verify din yung security option na yon, magpo-proceed na tayo sa business name registration. Sa business scope guys, meron tayong 4 options. Yung first one is barangay, second is city or municipality, next is regional, and last one is national. So, simulan natin sa barangay. For example, yung business nyo guys is within your barangay lang. So, yung kunin nyo lang muna is yung barangay DTI permit and yung price niya is 200 pesos. Yung next naman guys is for example, yung scope ng business nyo is within the city. So, yung kukunin nyo na is yung city or municipality DTI permit. And yung price niya guys is 500 pesos. So, for example naman, yung business scope ninyo is within a specific region. Like for example, NCR. So, ang kukunin nyo is regional DTI business permit. And yung price niya is 1,000 pesos. Pero, for example, nag-branch out ka sa ibang region. For example, Region 4 naman. Kukuha ka ng separate na DTI business permit nyo para sa Region 4. Since yung kinuha nyo lang kasi nung una is yung regional DTI permit for NCR. So, that's how it works if ever regional DTI permit yung kinuha ninyo. And yung national naman guys, or national DTI business permit, that's for the whole Philippines na. So, kahit mag-branch out ka sa iba-ibang region, iba-ibang municipality, iba-ibang barangay, sakop na siya nung DTI or national DTI business permit na kinuha ninyo, and yung fee nun guys is 2,000 pesos. After nating mapili kung anong scope ng business natin, magpo-proceed na tayo sa business name. So, sa business name, guys, meron yang dominant name, meron yang descriptor. So, sa dominant name, guys, yun yung main identifying words nung business name mo. So, for example, sa amin, Polex. Tapos, yung descriptor naman, guys, yun yung nagde-describe sa kung anong nature ng business mo. For example, sari-sari store, bigasan, travel agency. So, kung ano mang nature ng business mo, yun yung ilalagay nyo sa descriptor. Tapos, meron dong proposed business name. So, for example, Polex Bigasan. So, yun yung naisip namin na business name namin. After nyo ilagay yung proposed business name nyo, guys, i-click nyo yung check name availability para malaman nyo kung may kapareho ba yung business name ninyo. Kasi kung may kapareho, guys, hindi siya lahat magi-green dun sa identifiers. So, if meron dun na naka-red, hindi pa rin magpo-proceed yung business name ninyo. So, kailangan nyo siyang palitan. So, the main purpose kasi bakit natin i-register sa DTI yung business name natin is para magkaroon tayo ng unique business name. Meaning, wala dapat tayong kapareho na business name. So, once maklik nyo siya and makonfirm na walang kapareho yung business name nyo, guys, makakapag-proceed na tayo dun sa next step. Yung next step, guys, is proposed business name. So, yung nilagay mo na business name kanina is i-check nila if anong naming order yung gusto mo. So, meron ditong dominant name, business name descriptor, or business name descriptor muna bago yung dominant name mo. So, kayo na bahala guys kung ano yung gusto nyong mangyari dun sa business name nyo, kung anong naming order yung pipiliin nyo. So, once decided na kayo guys, just click validate business name. After ma-validate yung business name nyo guys, makikita nyo yung status. Lahat siya nakapass. For example, yung business name has no special character, dominant name does not contain descriptor, business name has no offensive word content, business name has no IPO word content, business name has no reserved word content, business name has no article content, business name is not registered, and business name is not reserved. Dapat lahat siya passed. Lahat siya naka-green for you to try or to proceed dun sa next step. So, after nating ma-confirm na lahat siya naka-green, lahat siya passed yung status, just click on next. And after nating ma-click yung next guys, may mag-a-appear na pop-up. So, sa proposed business name, makikita nyo yung name na chinek nyo kanina if available. And then, makikita nyo rin doon yung registration fee, yung scope na pinili ninyo, yung documentary stamp fee, and magkano yung babayaran ninyo in total. So, for this one, almost na tayo kasi magpo-proceed na tayo sa payment. So, after yung ma-confirm na tama lahat yung details, tama yung scope na napili ninyo, just click on yes para makapag-proceed na tayo sa next step. So, for the next step guys, may mag-appear ulit doon na reference code. So, yung reference code na yon, yan yung gagamitin ninyo sa lahat ng transactions. So, screenshot nyo lang yun guys to make sure na may copy kayo. And after nyo ma-screenshot yun guys, magpo-proceed na tayo sa next step wherein services, new registration, business name registration, and i-fill out na natin yung business address. So, ilalagay natin kung anong specific region yung business natin, kung saang city or municipality yung business natin, and yung barangay. So, fill out lang natin yung mga needed information, guys. After nating ma-fill out yun, guys, ilalagay din natin yung mobile number natin. And dito pala guys sa business address, ilalagay din natin kasi dito yung residence address natin. So for instance, yung residence address nyo is the same dun sa business address nyo. Ilagay nyo lang or i-check nyo lang yung copy my business address details to my residence address. Pero kung magkaiba yung business address nyo and yung residence address nyo, kailangan nyo ring i-fill out yung residence address nyo dito guys. So same thing, ilalagay nyo yung specific region, yung municipality, yung barangay, yung house or building number, yung zip code, and lahat ng needed details para sa residence address information and yung mobile number nyo na rin. After nyo ma-fill out yung business address and yung residence address, guys, click on next. And after nyo ma-click on next, guys, may mag-a-appear doon na pop-up. Yung nakalagay doon is confirmation. You will not be able to change any details once you click the confirm and proceed button. Once alam nyo naman na tama yung mga details nyo kanina na nilagay, just click on confirm and proceed. Pero kung hindi kayo sure, may option kayo to go back to verify yung mga details na in-indicate nyo. So, if ever okay naman na, good to go, click on confirm and proceed. And after nyan, may lalabas na undertaking. So, dun sa undertaking, nandun yung reference code nyo kanina. And basahin nyo lang yung undertaking, guys. And dun sa very bottom ng screen, guys, ng undertaking, just click on proceed. So, after nyo maklik yung proceed, guys, mapupunta na kayo sa option ng pagpaprocess ng payment. So, for payment, guys, meron kayo dong option to process it online. So, pwede yung GCash, PayMaya, Land Bank, or credit card or debit card information. And yung other option, guys, for payment is yung over-the-counter. So, pwede kayong mag-bank deposits or remittance centers or mga bayad centers or 7-Eleven. So, depende na sa inyo kung saan kayo mas comfortable to process the payment. So, kayo na yung bahala dun, guys, and just follow the steps para makapag-process kayo ng payment. So, once na-process nyo na yung payment, guys, makaka-receive kayo ng confirmation email And after nyo makareceive ng confirmation email, mararoute na kayo sa DTI screen. Makikita nyo na doon yung DTI certificate, yung DTI form na finilautan natin kanina. So, you can download both forms para may copy kayo. And congratulations kasi meron na kayong DTI Business Permit, and that's how easy it is to process DTI Business Permit online. At sana nakatulong ang video na to para sa mga business owners na gustong kumuha ng DTI permit online. At kung meron pa kayong comments and suggestions, feel free to comment below guys para magawa namin yan ng video. Kung hindi pa kayo nakaka-subscribe sa aming channel, please click the subscribe button and click the notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa aming mga videos. That's it for today. Bye!